Right, hello and welcome. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Jenny J, and today we are doing a 45-minute full body strength training class designed to define and shred your entire body from head to toe. We'll be tackling your upper body, lower body, and core. We have 8 exercises today. We're going to spend about 45 seconds doing each move for a total of 3 rounds. We want to build muscle, so we're going to be tackling those moves in repetition so that we can get those muscles working. For today's equipment, you will need your body, a mat, and a set of dumbbells. I have 10 pounds here. But you're more than welcome to grab household items, so feel free to get creative using canned goods, water bottles, a duffel bag. Do whatever you can with what you got. And as always, take this class at your own pace. Drink plenty of water and towel down whenever you need it. Let's go ahead and get started with our warm-up. So let's bring those feet nice and wide. We'll start off with 3 big deep breaths. So let's inhale, hands rise. Exhale, let it go. Again, inhale, hands up. Exhale, let it go. And last one, inhale, hands up. And exhale, let it go. Let's go into some easy side-to-side rotations, just warming up the upper body and the torso. Nice and easy. Moving side to side, twisting from the shoulders, the chest, all the way down to your core, and allowing those hips, knees, and ankles to pivot as well. Start to connect to your core. So let's press that belly button into your spine and feel your abs just rotating, keeping them nice and tight, almost as if you're trying to hold in your belly before getting punched, right? You kind of like flinch before you're getting punched. That's the kind of feeling that I want you to start to create in your tummy. All right, from here we'll go into some body weight squats. So let's go about feet shoulder distance apart. We can keep those toes pointing forward or slightly out if you would like. We're going to drop our hips back as if we're sitting in a chair. You're going to make sure that your chest is open, shoulders are back and down, and weight is shifted back in the heels. And then you're going to press those hips forward, squeeze the butt cheeks together on the way up. We'll stay here for 10 reps. So let's drop it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, keeping those knees in line with toes. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. From here, let's bring those hands behind the head. Elbows are wide, feet are shoulder distance apart. From here, you're going to crunch your abs as you twist your opposite elbow to knee, come back to center, and then go to the other side. We're going into standing bicycle crunches, getting those abs to work. Now remember, keep in mind, our core should always be on, always engaged, no matter what exercises we're doing. So don't just rely on your core workouts. We always want to keep it engaged because it supports our spine. We're here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Let's go to the back of our mat. We're going to go into inchworms, warming up the entire body. So let's start with our feet shoulder distance apart. You're going to drop the chin to the chest. Round the spine on the way down. Walk those hands out to your high plank. Stack the shoulders on top of wrists. Nice straight line from head to heels. Option here, drop down to those knees. Just make sure that those hips stay down. Hold it here for a second, then walk those hands back to your feet. Roll up to a stand. I love this warm-up move because it gets everything. It gets your shoulders, it gets your core, it gets a nice stretch in your spine, in your hamstrings, and in your calves. So we'll stay here for maybe 2 more. Rounding the spine on the way up and on the way down. Getting our mind and our muscles ready for the workout today. Last one. And rest. Good. From here, we're going to practice a hinging lunge. So take a look. It's going to be very different from what a reverse lunge is, which is what you might be used to. So a reverse lunge, you might notice that the back knee bends down to create this 90-degree angle. We're going to do something slightly different. So we're going to keep this back leg straight, and you're just going to hinge from those hips. You're going to topple over so that the body is in a nice straight line from the crown of your head all the way to the back heel. You're leaning forward about 45 degrees, and then you're going to come straight back up. So this is what I can call maybe like a hinge lunge, where you're not bending that back leg, you're keeping it nice and straight, and then the torso lowers down 45 degrees. But you want to make sure that when you are hinging, you're not rounding the shoulders during this process. So keep that chest open the entire time. Let's do one more. And then switch sides. Now the reason why we're doing this is because we're priming our muscles for the workout today. You're gonna see a move just like this. It's actually the first two. So we wanna make sure that we have our body doing the move first without any weight, and then we're gonna add some extra load. Let's do 3 more. Make sure your eyes look down as well at the bottom of your lunge. And then last one, and rest. Awesome. All right, so hopefully your body's feeling a little bit more warm. We're gonna go ahead and just get straight into it. So like I said, we have 8 exercises. We're gonna do timed intervals. So 45 seconds on the clock, followed by about 15 to 20 seconds in between to transition into the next move. Once we've done all 8 exercises, we're gonna go ahead, take a 1-minute break, and then go back to the top for a total of 3 rounds. Now the first exercise that we have is a hip hinge lunge with a row. So take a look. You just did this exercise. Now we're just adding an extra element. So my dumbbell is in my right hand. I'm standing nice and tall at the front of my mat. I'm gonna go into my hip hinge lunge, so back leg is nice and straight, coming to that 45-degree angle with my torso. From here, drive that dumbbell up to the rib cage for a row, squeezing the back muscles, extend it back down, and then come back up to that starting position. All right, so we're gonna stay here for 45 seconds on the clock. So let's get my timer going, and we'll take off in 3, 2, 1, let's go. We go down, row, release, stand. Down, row, release, stand. Now this is what you call a compound movement. We're getting many different muscle groups all at the same time, which helps us to get maximum calorie burn while we do our weight training. We're getting our legs, we're getting our glutes, our core is working to stabilize the body, and then we're also working on our posture muscles, our back muscles. Keep that beautiful posture here. Feeling that glute fire up on that left leg. This is your last one. And rest. Good. All right. First time is a little wonky, right? But then once we do it again, you're going to start to feel the groove. So let's have that left dumbbell, or the dumbbell in the left hand rather, and we'll take a big step back with that left leg in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Down, row, release, stand back up. Now my other hand is just placed on my hip, but if you'd like, you can bring it out to the side in a T position to kind of help you balance and stabilize yourself if you feel like you're kind of toppling over. Your call. Now, as you do your lunge, notice if your front knee is passing your toe. You want to make sure that knee is right on top of the ankle and the heel is down on the floor. Awesome job. Keep breathing. Let's do one more. And rest. All right. Next exercise. We're going to do a front squat press with an oblique twist. So take a look. We're going to have one dumbbell in front of our chest. Our feet are about shoulder distance apart. We're going to drop down to our front squat. From here, we're going to extend the dumbbell forward, come back in, stand back up, and then 2 oblique knee twists. Driving that knee to the opposite elbow, keeping that dumbbell right at the chest, squeezing those abs. All right, so here we go. We'll do it together in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Down, extend, bring it in, stand up, twist, and twist. Again, down, extend, bring it in,
stand up, twist, and twist. We're going slow because we want to engage every single body part. We want to use full range of motion here and get super low in our squat and twist very deeply. What are we working? The question is, what are we not working? We got our legs, booty, shoulders, abs, core. This is your last one. And rest. Nice job. Let's drop this dumbbell down. The next exercise is going to be a body weight move. So we're gonna do our inchworm, but we're adding 2 more moves on top of it. So standing to the back of your mat, you're gonna drop the chin to the chest, walk those hands out to your high plank. You're gonna go into a push-up, dropping that chest as low as you can, and then 2 plank taps where the feet come right and left. Then walk those hands back up to stand and all the way up. If you need an option on that push-up, drop down to the knees, and you can do it just like that. I'll show you both ways. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Walk it out. Push-up. 2 plank taps. And then walk those hands back to the feet. Roll up to a stand. Now I'll show you that modified version. You're going to drop those knees down. Push up. Foot tap, knees stay on the floor, and then bring yourself up to that inchworm. All right, so you got options. I want you to listen to your body and do what you can do. It's not a competition with me. Just do your best. Forget the rest. So we're getting your shoulders, your core, side of the glutes, chest muscles. This is your last one, and rest. Awesome work. Hey, guess what? We're heading down to the floor. So let's come down, grab those dumbbells, and we're gonna start on our backs. We're gonna get our chest muscles again, and also get into our glutes and hamstrings. So we have a hip bridge chest press. My knees are bent, my feet are in close to my heels, and then I'm gonna extend my dumbbells above the shoulders, palms are facing away from my face. From here, I'm gonna have that 90-degree bent position in a chest press. And as I extend those dumbbells up, I'm gonna squeeze my glutes, drive my hips up to the sky, and then come back down at the same time. So we're getting the glutes and the chest simultaneously. Hey, killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. You're gonna drop it down. Squeeze the glutes, press it up. Now we're creating this 90-degree angle with our elbows. We're driving our weight into our heels, tucking that pelvis under, squeezing a penny in between your butt cheeks. I know, awkward visual, but hey, if it made you squeeze a little bit harder, then it worked. Keep on breathing. You can exhale on the exertion, so you can inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up. Feel free to go as slow as you need to feel in control of the weight. This is your last one. And rest. Good. Let's drop 1 dumbbell down. Next exercise, we're going to go into a lat pullover with a tabletop crunch. So I'm going to hold this dumbbell from either end. Tabletop the knees, so you're gonna make sure the knees are in line with the hips and the shins are parallel to the floor. From here, dumbbell is extended above the shoulders. With a slight micro bend in my elbows, I'm gonna drop this weight to, my sign's in the way, but as close as I can to the floor. And then from here on the way up, I'm going to add a crunch, lifting the shoulder blades off the floor. Now your option here is to just keep the feet down and then focus on the lat pullover. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Drop it down, feeling those lat muscles that run down your back, and then getting our abs to engage. Keeping your chin off of your chest, and going nice and slow. We're getting into the low abs, upper abs. This also targets that armpit area. Keep going. You got this. Last one. And rest. Awesome. All right, dumbbell to the side. We're gonna come on up and go into a high plank. For a side plank dumbbell rotation, I'm gonna give you a couple options for this one. So take a look. What this looks like is I'm starting in my high plank. My right hand has the dumbbell. My feet are about shoulder distance apart. I'm gonna shift my weight into the side as I lift this dumbbell up to the sky. And then I'm gonna drop that dumbbell, plant the hand, and then shift and switch sides. Now, if you need an option here, take a look. Drop down to the knees. Keep the bottom knee down as you lift up. Keep the bottom, both knees down, and then bottom knee down, and then lift it up. All right, 45 seconds on the clock. Let's get to it. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. We're getting so many different muscle groups that I can't even list all of them, but you're gonna really feel this, especially in those shoulders and your core, your obliques. Your obliques are responsible for all of the twisting and the turning that we do, so very important that we utilize those muscles, build strength. And then also you can do this body weight. So if a dumbbell is just too challenging for you, you're more than welcome to just lift the hand up. That's totally okay too. And rest. Awesome. All right, last exercise, and then we'll take a water break. We'll go ahead and go on our backs one more time. And we got weighted sit-ups. So what we're gonna do is keep those knees bent. Dumbbell is right at the chest. We're gonna round the spine on the way down, and then you're gonna do the same thing to come back up. If you need an option, you can just do crunches and just come halfway, lifting those shoulder blades off the floor. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Drop it down and lift it up. Make sure that you sit up nice and tall. Going as slow as you need to really feel those abs slowly bring you down. You don't want to plop down. You want to stay in control of your body the entire time. Keep it up. Last one here. And rest. Awesome job. Go ahead, grab a quick sip of water. Nice work. That was one round down. We got 2 more to go. I always consider round 1 as our warm-up. You might be thinking, what? That was just a warm-up? Well, kind of, yeah, because these moves are brand new to you. They're foreign, right? So it takes some getting used to for your body to like understand what it's doing. And then now, second round and third round, you're able to perform it much better, and you can start to kind of connect your mind to your muscles. So we'll go ahead and go to the very top again. We have our hip hinge row on the right side. So my dumbbell is gonna be in the right hand. I'm gonna step back with my right leg. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Drop it down, row, release, stand. Now, when I do this exercise, I try to pretend my body is like this single unit. Almost like those, I don't know what you call them, like those woodpecker birds that like topple over to drink the water. You want to keep your body as straight as a woodpecker, just going down, sipping the water, coming straight up. And then also make sure that dumbbell is rowing towards the rib cage, almost to the hip, to get the entire back muscles working. Last one here, and rest. Good. You should be feeling that in your standing glutes. Here we go. Other side in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Drop it down. Now make sure that back leg stays nice and straight. And every single time you stand back up, think about driving into that standing heel. That's gonna help you really connect to those glute muscles. You wanna try to bring that dumbbell maybe to about mid-shin or mid-calf. That's a good goal. Oh yeah, we're feeling this in the legs. That's for sure. This is your last one. And rest. Awesome. All right, we'll go into our front squat press with our 2 oblique twists. So dumbbell at the chest. And 3, 2, 1, let's go. Squat, press, bring it in. Oblique twist, and switch. Woo! It's one of my favorite exercises. I love a good front squat. I love a good dumbbell press. Really forces you to use your core. And then every single time that those knees come in, make sure the chest and the shoulders twist all the way to the side. Your goal is to try to get as low as you can with good form, making sure that those knees stay in line with the toes here. This is your last one. Make it good. And rest. Nice work. Let's drop this dumbbell down. We're gonna go ahead and go into our inchworm with our push-up, with our plank taps. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Walk it down. Drop that chest, fist distance from the mat. Tap it out, tap it out. Walk it up, and do it again. Now, if you can barely get down in your push-up, I would highly recommend taking that option by dropping down to the knees to prioritize the range of motion, so that way you can build your strength up to eventually be able to do a full push-up on your feet. When you're doing those plank taps, try to keep your hips down. We don't want them to lift up. This is your last one. And rest. Nice work. All right, let's head down to the floor. We got our hip bridge plus our chest press. So we're gonna drop it down. As the hips come up, so do the dumbbells, and then we come down together. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Drive it in and bring it down. Now you want to think about squeezing those chest muscles, and then almost like you're popping a balloon in between your inner thighs. So keep those knees about shoulder distance apart here. Nice and slow. Lifting those hips up a little bit higher if you can. This is your last one. And rest. Good, let's drop one dumbbell down. We have our lat pullover with our tabletop crunches. So we're gonna hold the dumbbell like this. You can also hold the dumbbell in a V shape. So creating this like triangle shape actually, and just holding one end of the dumbbell, you can do that too. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, Let's go. Drop it down, lift up, and crunch. And try to keep those shoulders away from the ears. And if you have any neck issues whatsoever, take that crunch out. You want to think about lifting up, not forward, as if there's a string attached to your chest. Just a slight micro bend in those elbows, nothing more. Breathing. Last one. And rest. Woo! All right, come on up. We have our side plank rotation. So again, taking that option, if you need to drop to those knees in order to do this, please go ahead and do it. Safety first. Here we go. And 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Lift up, reach, and switch. Your eyes can also look up as well. That makes it a little bit more challenging because you're changing your focus. And that requires you to stabilize your body even more. In your transition, make sure that those hips aren't piking up. Keep them down. And keep that hand directly below the shoulder. You are strong. Do not give up. You're doing great. This is your last one, and rest. All right, let's head to our backs. We're gonna go into our weighted sit-ups. Here we go, just going straight into it. You'll get that water break in just a moment. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Drop it down, squeeze it up. Now this weight can act as like your leverage. If you bring it towards the hips more, it actually helps you lift up a little bit easier. So use that to your advantage. On the other hand, let's say you want to make this even harder. You can literally let this dumbbell touch your chest and don't let it lift up. It makes it so much harder. Try it. Ooh, so much harder. So I kind of like to have it in a happy medium. Just right above the chest. Last one. And rest. Whew. All right. Quick sip of water. And guess what? We've made it to our final round. I hope you're feeling awesome. Now this is the most important round because this is the round where you can really challenge your weight. If you have a different variety of weights at home, feel free to challenge yourself or get a little bit deeper into these exercises so that you can really maximize the range of motion and make this the most effective workout possible. So we're gonna go ahead and start from the very top and then we will cool it down. So let's go ahead and go into our hip hinge with our low row. Dumbbell in the right hand, let's make it work in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Drop it down, row, and bring it up. Nice single unit. From head to heels. Making this the deepest lunge you can. Keep those shoulders back and down. Proud chest. And remind yourself what you're working on and why you're here today. Last one here, and rest. All right, let's go switch sides in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Drop it down, You want to think about squeezing those back muscles, opening up that chest. This is going to help you stand and sit taller. It will help you avoid that hunching over that we do every single time we're texting or looking at our computer. We want to make sure that we focus on a strong back. Keep that core on. Last one, and rest. Nice job. All right, we're gonna go into our front squat with our press oblique twists. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Lowest squat you got, press it forward. 2 twists. Every single time you go down to your squat, make sure those eyes are up, shoulders are back. Get that booty to burn. Legs should be on fire. Core should be on. You got this. Keep working. Nice and strong, aggressive twists. Last one, and rest. Awesome work. All right, we're gonna go into our inchworm, push up, plank tap. We got all of it. If this is the very first time you're trying a full push-up, let's try it. If you've been doing it on your knees, let's try to challenge ourselves. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Drop it down. Push up, foot tap, hands back to the toes, roll on up. Awesome work. Squeeze the booty in your plank position. Keep your entire body nice and strong. You got this. We are building our strength one day at a time, one rep at a time. Be patient with yourself. If you can't hang all the way there, you'll get there. You just gotta stay consistent. That's your last one. All right, nice job. Let's bring it on down. We have our hip bridge plus chest press. All right, so bring it down. Knees are bent. Dumbbells extended above the shoulders. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Squeeze it up. Bring it down. Driving into those heels. Tuck that pelvis under. Feel those hamstrings and glutes. Fire up. Squeezing those pec muscles. You got this. All the way through. Last one. And rest. Awesome. Let's bring one dumbbell down. We have our lat pullover with our tabletop crunch. So let's extend that dumbbell up. Knees up in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Drop it back. Lift it up. Crunch it. Now let's make sure we press that belly button down towards the mat. We want to close the gap between our low back and the floor. That's going to help us protect our spine. It's going to keep our core engaged. You got this. Keep on breathing and rest. Good. All right, come on up. We have our side plank with rotation, getting into our obliques, getting into our entire body. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Bring it up. Transition. Try to keep those hips up as well. Don't forget about your option. You can drop down to those knees, bottom knees down, top leg is extended, hips stay down as well so that we can get that core work in. You're doing great. This is your last one. And rest. Awesome. Hey, guess what? Last exercise. We have our weighted sit-ups. So let's go ahead and come down towards the floor. Standing up nice and tall. Being proud of all the hard work that you put in thus far. Let's finish off strong. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Drop it down. And lift it up. Feel free to go as slow as you would like. Sometimes the slower, the better. It forces you to really connect to the muscles in your belly. You got this. Keep going, almost there, a few more. Last one. And rest. Awesome job, you made it. Hey, guess what? We get to cool it down. Awesome work today. Let's go ahead and roll on down. Take a nice deep breath. Let's just stretch out our body here. So let's inhale as we bring those hands above our head. Lengthen the legs. Oh, this should feel so good. From here, let's hug the right knee in. Bring it in towards the chest. Stretching out your hip flexors here. You want to think about really driving in that knee to the chest. And then from here, you're going to let that right knee cross over to the left as you gaze to the right, finding a nice spinal twist here. Allow your body to just relax into the mat. Just let everything melt away. It's so important that we take some time after a workout to just stretch. We put a lot of load, a lot of resistance on our muscles, and it's important that we kind of just lengthen everything out again. Let's cross that right knee over our our right foot over our left knee. And then we're going to come into a figure 4 glute stretch where you bring those hands through to the back of your thigh, feeling the stretch in your hips and your glutes. And feel free to just close those eyes. And just be proud of all of the hard work that you put in. Let's slowly switch sides. We're going to extend our right leg on the floor, cross that left knee, hug that left knee into the chest. Stretching out that hip flexor. And then let's bring that knee over to the right as we gaze to the left. You should feel a nice twist in your oblique muscles, in your chest, in your shoulders. This is the feeling that we work so hard for, right? The feeling of accomplishment. Let's cross that left foot over our right knee. Hug it in. Figure 4 glute stretch.
Just close those eyes and allow yourself to relax. All right, let's hug both knees in. Let's start to paint some circles with our knees to give our low back a nice massage. You can do about 3 to 4 circles one way, and then you're gonna switch, bring it the other way. Let's hug those knees into the chest. Rock and roll the full length of your spine, and then come up to a wide-legged forward fold. You're gonna bring those feet outside shoulder distance, toes are pointing down, and then allow your head to just hang heavy. Allow your low back, your shoulders, your head to just release down to the floor. You can nod your head yes, you can shake your head no. If it feels good, you can wrap your hands around your wrists, your ankles for a deeper stretch in your hamstrings. From here, let's bend into those knees, rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Head comes up last. Doesn't that feel so good? We're going to go ahead and go into a shoulder stretch. So we're going to cross this right arm across the body, pull it in, drop the shoulder away from the ear. So we did full body strength training today. Open up that chest, which really helps us to get the most out of these 45 minutes together. It helps us to increase our overall calorie burn. So while you are focusing on building strength, you're also just getting a great workout, something that helps you break a sweat. It helps to increase your resting metabolic rate as well, so you get a boost in your metabolism. You're able to burn more calories while at rest when you focus on strength training. So making sure that you have this in your weekly routine is going to be super helpful, no matter what goal you have, whether it's to build muscle or lose weight or just to build a strong, healthy body. Let's bring those hands, crisscross them together. You're going to pull those hands forward as you drop the chin to the chest. Really focus on opening up the shoulder blades. And then you're going to inhale those hands up to the sky. From here, clasp those hands behind your back. You're going to pull those hands down as you open up the chest. Shoulders come back. Good. Let's finish off with 2 big deep breaths to finish. Inhale, hands rise. Exhale, let it go. One more time. Inhale, hands up. And exhale, let it go. Awesome job. Thank you so much. You guys are absolutely rocking it. Thank you so much for being here today. My name is Jenny J. If you enjoyed it, please let me know in the comments, and I can't wait to see you on the next one.